there's a gap between sales and marketing. And I think part of that's just been, it's been by design. Unfortunately, it's been by design. You have them both working in separate things. But the truth of the matter is, whatever one of those strategies that you pick, you can align both the marketing and sales efforts, and you can use marketing to cover far more ground than you can your sales side of things through a whole slew of different mediums. And I feel like from your sales side of things, you need to be very strategic with how you're going to use them. They need to be super busy, but the busy needs to be very strategic, how you want to use that one-to-one relationship person that's getting in front of the right people, having that strategic consultative conversation. If you have those people doing top of funnel, high volume stuff, you're not maximizing their skill set. And to even add another layer into the mix, we're talking sales and marketing. I feel like one of the biggest things that's standing out right now is people are trying to infuse the sales development aspect of things right in the middle of there, because there's a gap there that does exist between what marketing can bring in through a lot of coverage, some air coverage through marketing, what sales can do on the relationship side of things. But there needs to be a role that's a blend there that takes many one-to-ones. Sales isn't going to do many one-to-one type of communication. They're going to do very specific and strategic one-to-one communication. You got to get someone in there that can do one-to-one communication, whether it be through phone or social or email at scale. Because the person on the...
Wait a minute, you're saying I got a marketing group that's going out casting a broad net.
I look at it almost in the sense of like a one-to-many.
One-to-many.
Yep.
You got your sales reps that are one-to-one pretty much.
Yep. And
you're saying there's this gap in between that has to cover the need that both of those are generating.
Yes, and I think the sales rep is not, the lead may or may not, is most likely not going to be at a point where it warrants a high-level strategic conversation yet. However, marketing can't get personal enough to be able to bring it to the table.
Is that part of the problem, that companies believe what marketing is going to bring in, or they're hoping, maybe that's what it is, there's a fallacy, I'm hoping everything they bring in is ready for someone to close.
Yeah, and I think that what the technology out there and what's out in the market right now is kind of pointing towards and maybe giving a slight illusion that can be the case through...
because they're trying to sell their product?
Absolutely. I mean, they're saying things like, well, marketing automation can totally automate all of this stuff for you all the way down the line. Well, maybe, it can do that. But you have to think about your customer on the other end. Will they engage in fully automated stuff, or at some point do they want to engage in a one-to-one? Maybe not all the time, but at some point they want to engage in a one-to-one just at some point, and it may not even be at the point where the sales need to get involved, and they understand that. They just want to have a conversation to get a couple initial things answered before they're ready to take that initial next step. So
sales and marketing is not ready to chuck the people side of it yet. Marketing automation isn't totally replacing the human element.
Yeah, and I think probably the best way to say that is as a buyer. If you're a buyer of whatever the services that you're selling, would you?
So you're saying I got to find out a way to blend that together best for the market that I'm going after.
Absolutely.